Today's exercise is something like 2 HTML pages in one page. It's an overlay page, and here is a button. Once this button is clicked, there is another page will show up with any HTML contents. So here something like a link for HTML course and CSS and some other courses. And here is a transition, and for the close button there is a rotation, and there is a transition for the appearance and the disappearance of the page. The idea here, how to make an action for this button and the close button, how to display another HTML page over the main one. So here is the whole idea. Feel free to pause the video and try to do it. If you couldn't, then follow with me in the HTML and JavaScript parts. So the HTML code for this exercise, the main page will have a button, and this button I will create it using an image. Then we will create the overlay page, which will has a close button and 5 links or any other HTML elements as you wish. And finally we will add some styles using CSS, so feel free to add your own style. So let's get started. So the main page will has an image which consider as a button. So here the image, let we add some styles to make it smaller and make margin right to be in the right of the page. Let we give it an ID equal to button. So here it is. Instead of this image you can make a real button and add some styles for it. So then let me start creating the overlay page. And give it a class equal to container. So the overlay page contain the close button and then the links. So for example, the close button I will make it as a link, and the high reference will be hashtag, and then let me give it an ID equal to close, and I will make the entity for the close button, which is ampersand times semicolon. Then let me add the links. So I will make a division and give it a class equal to links, and the first link let me make the first link JavaScript course, and the other links as well. So let me save now and see. So here is the links and the close button, but of course it will be much better when we add styles. So here within the style tag, firstly let me add a style for the overlay page. So hashtag container, let me give it a width, so it will be 100%, so it will be identical to the main page, and of course the position will be fixed. and from the top it will be 0, and from left it will be 0, 2. So the position for the overlay page will be identical to the main page. Then let we add a transition. Let me make it 1 second. Yeah, but before we save, here it should be ID, not class. So we can control it with JavaScript. So let me save now and see. I forgot to add a background image. And I will make it gradient. So it will be linear gradient, and it will be to right. Then the colors of the gradient, and the second color, and finally the third one. And let we add a height 100 view height. So let me save and see. So here is the background. So the main page now disappeared because we added the background for the overlay page. So we will disappear the overlay page at the end, but after we finish adding styles. So let me add more styles for the links. So I will add text align in the center and make margin tab 15%. So text decoration, it will be none. Then let we add a color. Then make margin bottom and make it 25 pixels, and display to make it block, and the font size, it will make it 25 pixels, and the font weight, I will make it bold. Then let me make a hover for the links. So hashtag links a and hover. I will change the font size 35 pixels and make transition 0.7. Change the background. Then let we add a styles for the close button. So hashtag close and text decoration to make it none, and then the color will be the same like the links Then the font size, it will make it 50 pixels, and float, I want it to be in the right, and margin tab 25 pixels, and margin right, it will make it 20 pixels, and let we add hover, so hashtag close hover, change the font size, make it 90 pixels, and make transition 1 second, and finally let me make a transform, rotate, and 360 degrees. So let me save and see the styles now. So there's something wrong with the links, so I think I did the same mistake. Yeah, here should be ID. Nice. So here is the links with the transition and the change with the font size, and here is the rotation for the close button. So feel free to add your own styles, but before we end, let we disappear the overlay page. So every time we disappear any element, we use display none, but this time I will use transform. So transform, and it will be scale 0. So this style will disappear the overlay page. Let me save and see. Nice. And if we click this button, of course nothing will happen. And if this scale is 1, the overlay page will appear. And this is the trick that we will use when we click the button in the main page. So in JavaScript, we will make a function for this button to display the overlay page, and make another function for the close button to close the overlay page. So let me get started. So let me access to the first button, document, get element by ID, and the ID is button dot on click equal to a function. So we want to click this button and display the overlay page. So we disappear it here using CSS, using transform scale 0. So to appear it again, let me change the style transform to scale 1. So document dot get element, and the ID is container, the whole page, and dot style dot transform will equal to scale 1. So let me save and see. So if we click the button, the overlay page will appear. But if we click the close button, nothing will happen. So now let me add a function. So like this, let me make another one just to change the ID, and will be scale 0 again. Nice. So simple. So this is the whole exercise. I hope you enjoyed it and get benefit from. Bye for now.